Good evening, everyone. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice of this meeting has been published in the borough's official newspapers and posted in the municipal building and on the borough's website. As permitted by the Open Public Meetings Act, this meeting is being held in person and broadcast online via Zoom video meetings. The option to attend via Zoom is a courtesy. If Zoom becomes unavailable and cannot be fixed, the council meeting will continue in person only. For those joining us via Zoom, please raise your hand during designated times to be recognized for a comment. Whether you are appearing in person or via Zoom, you must provide your name to be recognized. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilmember Bonatakis. Here. Councilmember Facey Blackwood.
Here.
Councilmember Forrest. Councilmember Janot.
Here.
Councilmember Euro.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano.
Here.
And Mayor Portman.
Here. All right, welcome everybody. We have a bunch of proclamations honoring some of Red Bank's finest. And I will do them in the order they are printed. First up, we have a proclamation honoring Jennifer Rigby, who is the 2025 Governor's Educator of the Year at the Red Bank Primary School. You can hang there for a minute. I'm going to read it and then you'll come up. There we go. Just sit there for a minute and soak up all the what's the word? Accolades. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. Whereas Jennifer Rigby, a dedicated special education teacher at Red Bank Primary School, has been named the 2025 Governor's Educator of the Year, a distinction that recognizes her exceptional commitment to education and student success. And whereas Ms. Rigby has demonstrated an extraordinary ability to meet the unique needs of her students by identifying effective learning tools and fostering meaningful communications between families, therapists, and the school community to ensure each child's success. And whereas her impact is best reflected through the words of a parent whose testimony stands as one of the highest forms of recognition. The progress that we have seen in our child, both academically and behaviorally, has been incredible. Ms. Rigby was able to identify the appropriate learning tools for him and knows how to communicate with his therapist or with us at home to figure out the best methods for him to learn and succeed in the classroom. She believes in our children. Ms. Rigby has an amazing ability to make things fun and meaningful for the students while still pushing them to reach their full potential. When my child sees Ms. Rigby outside of the classroom, he lights up with pure joy, which proves to me how much he loves her and what a wonderful teacher she is. And whereas Ms. Rigby's unwavering belief in her students inspires confidence, growth, and achievement, creating a classroom environment where children feel valued, supported, and motivated to reach their full potential. And whereas her dedication extends beyond the classroom as she actively participates in numerous extracurricular school events and contributes to the school community alongside her husband, often volunteering her time at school functions. And whereas Jennifer Rigby exemplifies the highest standards of teaching excellence, compassion, and community involvement, leaving a lasting and meaningful impact on her students, their families, and the broader Red Bank community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we do hereby recognize and congratulate Jennifer Rigby on being named the 2025 Governor's Educator of the Year for Red Bank Primary School. And be it further proclaimed that we extend our deep appreciation for her dedication, passion, and continued commitment to shaping the lives of her students and strengthening the community through education. One more? Yeah. All right. Next up, we have a proclamation honoring Diana Archila, 2025 Governor's Educator of the Year, Red Bank Middle School. All right, we know the drill at this point, right? Whereas Diana Archila, an accomplished and dedicated art teacher, has been named the 2025 Governor's Educator of the Year for Red Bank Middle School, an honor that reflects her exceptional talent, passion, and commitment to her students and school community. And whereas Ms. Archila is recognized as an exceptionally skilled educator who approaches her work with unwavering dedication, ensuring that every student who enters her classroom is treated with equal respect, encouragement, and opportunity, regardless of their perceived ability. And whereas she fosters an environment where all students feel seen, valued, and empowered, creating a space grounded in unconditional respect, creativity, and personal growth. And whereas Ms. Archila's unique artistic talents extend beyond the classroom, contributing to larger school events and enriching the broader school community through her involvement in various activities and initiatives. And whereas her ability to connect with students, families, and staff is further strengthened by her bilingualism, which she generally lends to conferences, assemblies, and school events, enhancing communication and inclusivity. And whereas as a resident of Red Bank, Ms. Archila brings a deep understanding of the community, allowing her to build meaningful and dynamic relationships that support student success, both inside and outside the classroom. And whereas her commitment to her students is evident in the time she dedicates beyond regular instruction, helping them prepare for the rigorous expectations of the Red Bank Regional Academies and encouraging them to strive for excellence. And whereas the impact of her work can be seen throughout the community, with her students' artwork displayed in and around Red Bank, transforming public spaces into an extension of her classroom and a celebration of student creativity. And whereas her nomination by a fellow staff member serves as a powerful testament to her ability to inspire not only her students, but also her colleagues. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we do hereby recognize and commend Diana Archila on being named the 2025 Governor's Educator of the Year for Red Bank Middle School and extend our deepest appreciation for her outstanding contributions to education in the community. And be it further resolved, further proclaimed, that we celebrate her creativity, dedication, and the lasting impact she has on her students and colleagues, and wish her continued success in all her future endeavors. All right. 2 down, 3 to grow. 3 to go. Actually, 4 to go. I don't have to read the last. All right, next up is, oh, I do. Never mind, I have to read it. Next up, we are honoring Joanne Fiore, 2025 Educational Service Professional for the Red Bank Borough Public School District. Whereas Joanne Fiore, a highly respected school psychologist, has been named the 2025 Educational Service Professional for the Red Bank Borough Public School District, an honor that reflects her exceptional expertise, dedication, and unwavering commitment to student success. And whereas Joanne Fiore is recognized, am I saying that right? Fiore? All right. As an exceptionally skilled and devoted professional whose deep historical knowledge of students, their families, and their individual needs has made her an invaluable member of the school community. And whereas her ability to retain and apply longitudinal information ensures that teams are well-informed, collaborative, and effective in supporting the academic, social, and emotional development of students. And whereas Joanne demonstrates a steadfast commitment to professional growth, continually expanding her expertise by exploring complex topics such as anxiety and behavioral supports, while taking initiative to master new systems and best practices. And whereas her thoughtful and reflective approach exemplifies a profound personal commitment to both clinical excellence and regulatory compliance, setting a standard of professionalism and care. And whereas the impact of her work is best captured in the words of her colleagues, who recognize her as an absolute asset whose dedication shines through in every aspect of her service. And whereas beyond her clinical role, Joanne fosters meaningful connections with students who admire her not only for her support, but for the genuine joy she brings to her interactions, including her involvement in activities such as Girl Scouts and Lego Club. And whereas Joanna Fiore exemplifies compassion, expertise, and a deep commitment to the well-being and success of every student she serves. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we do hereby recognize and commend Joanne Fiore on being named the 2025 Educational Services Professional for the Red Bank Borough Public Schools District, and extend our sincere appreciation for her outstanding contributions to education in the community. And be it further proclaimed that we celebrate her dedication, professionalism, and the lasting impact she has on students, families, and colleagues, and wish her continued success in all future endeavors. All right. And our final educational proclamation is honoring Kristen Smith as the 2025 New Jersey Department of Education Exemplary Secondary Educator. Quite the title. All right, here we go. Whereas Kristen Smith, a dedicated grade 8 English language arts teacher at Red Bank Middle School, has been recognized as a 2025 NJDOE Exemplary Secondary Educator, an honor that reflects her outstanding professionalism, innovation, and leadership in education. And whereas since joining the Red Bank Middle School community in 2019, Ms. Smith has been an integral member of Rocket Nation, consistently demonstrating excellence in teaching and a deep commitment to student achievement. And whereas she has played a pivotal role in the development and refinement of curriculum through the EL education framework, ensuring rigorous, engaging, and meaningful learning experiences for all students. And whereas Ms. Smith is a strong advocate for inclusive education, working collaboratively with special education and ESL teachers to ensure that students of all backgrounds and abilities are supported, engaged, and empowered to succeed. And whereas her involvement as an active member of the Advanced via Individual Determination Site Team reflects her dedication to fostering a college and career-ready mindset in her students. And whereas Ms. Smith's leadership extends beyond the classroom as she serves as a grade level reader, helping to shape team goals, support her colleagues, and serve as a vital liaison between staff and administration. And whereas she leads with grace, empathy, and clarity, elevating the entire school community and exemplifying the qualities of an exceptional educator and mentor. And whereas her prior experience advising student groups and developing curriculum in other districts highlight the depth and breadth of her professional expertise. And whereas Ms. Smith is a reflective practitioner who continually seeks professional growth, is trained in various technology platforms, and has earned recognition as a Google Certified Educator Level 1, bringing organization, creativity, and innovation to her teaching. And whereas her calm demeanor, thoughtful communication, and unwavering dedication to student success have made her a beloved teacher among students and a trusted and respected colleague among staff. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we do hereby recognize and commend Kristen Smith on being named a 2025 NJDOE Exemplary Secondary Educator and extend our deepest appreciation for her outstanding contributions to education and the Red Bank community. And be it further proclaimed that we celebrate her leadership, dedication, and the lasting impact she has on her students and colleagues, and wish her continued success in all future endeavors.
Mayor, if I could just encourage Mayor and Council and all the honorees to come up with Jared as well, Jared Rummage. Up to the, do a photo in the front. Please, any members that are here with them from the school.
You know you can do it.
Tight, 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 tight.
Squeeze them in.
Squeeze them in.
Roll their head puffed up.
Big teeth, Joe, chins up. One more time. Oh, what a gorgeous room.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, back down here, back up, I get some music. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, Boris can hear? All right, good. All right, we have one more proclamation, and that is for, what's that? Oh, for Arbor Day. Yeah. Whereas in 1872, the Nebraska Board of Agriculture established a special day to be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heating and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our town increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, therefore, I, William Portman, Mayor of the Borough of Red Bank, New Jersey, do hereby proclaim April 24th, 2026 as Arbor Day in the Borough of Red Bank. And I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. Further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Boris, you want to come up and accept those?
If there's anybody that knows every tree that's in this town, it's Boris.
Sure. I was asked to add, I'd like to thank the work of the Shade Tree Committee, who is right now in the process doing their tree inventory. They're going around town looking at all the street trees. I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank the Shade Tree for launching the tree canopy project where, they've identified certain streets that are very sunny and are encouraging residents to plant a tree. And the Shade Tree will actually give you the instructions and show an ideal location for your front yard where to plant a tree. So
I'm in the middle
you
of
for the
that
good work.
process right now, Nancy. I filled
you?
out my application online. I got an email back from the head of the shade tree, Remedios. She gave me the instructions and I filled it out and I haven't sent it back in yet, but I'm going to. Yeah,
that's
we need a
great.
shade tree.
Make sure you sign the waiver because once that tree is yours, it's yours forever.
Yeah. Yes.
Councilmember Blackwood, I heard the rumor that we've had like the green city designation or tree designation for 20 years or something. Is that true this year?
Yes, it's in the proclamation, right? Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. There's a nice
Good
sign when
job.
you come into town and there's a sign somewhere around the front of Borough Hall, if I'm not mistaken, right? I'm looking at Boris because he knows exactly where they are.
I love it.
Yeah, they're working on it. Okay.
Oh, it disappeared.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for the hard work that you and the Shade Tree Committee do. Thanks.
All right, can I have a motion to open the floor for public comment on agenda items only?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There's going to be several times for public comment. This particular one is for agenda items only. So if you have any comments, please feel free to come up to the microphone. Anyone online, Jim? Oh. Sure.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you, Mayor and Deputy Mayor, council members, Borough Manager. Thank you. I just wanted to speak for a half a second. I know that shortly you'll be considering the opportunity for us to ceremonially name the street in honor of the Count Basie Center and the Basie Center's celebration of its centennial. It's a very auspicious moment, and we just wanted to make sure that you all knew that we were not expecting, the name change with addresses to be changed and all. This is really just ceremonially for us. And we look forward to a really beautiful opportunity for us to do this right around Count Basie's birthday in August. So I just want to thank you all very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Ooh, Adam, for all you do. One of my favorites is playing tonight across the hall, John Anderson, but I've seen a couple aging rock stars that haven't aged well. I'm a little hesitant to go over there, to be honest. Yeah. All right, maybe. We'll see. I'll call you. Yeah, actually, Kate, you got this from here. I just want to catch Roundabout, and I'll be back in like 20 minutes. One song. All right. Thank
Thank
you,
you
though.
for coming, and we look forward to the celebration and for further, celebrating the Basie being on the street. And thank you for coming to clarify that, the butcher and all the businesses on the street won't have to be changing their mailing addresses and everything. This will still be Monmouth Street. This will still be 90 Monmouth Street, but it's still a wonderful honor, for the Basie, and it'll still be beautiful to have a ceremonial street sign. So we are grateful for your partnership. Thank you.
And Ivy, thank you for staying on top of it because, it took a bunch of emails. So thank you for your persistence. Can I have a motion to close the public comment?
Make such a motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from 4/9/2026?
Make a motion.
Can I have a second?
Could I make an amendment? I had a couple of mistakes on my part. Am I allowed to do that now or? No.
No, you want to just hold off then and? All right,
Or, yeah.
Yeah, we'll hold off on that.
I must have said the wrong dates. It's probably
Okay.
me, Mary. So, sorry.
we can hold off and
Just
approve them
the
next
date
meeting.
That I
right?
had to change.
I'll make a motion to table.
Table. I'm sorry.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the executive meeting minutes from 4/9/2026?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have a couple of ordinances on here. First up is a final reading and public hearing for 2026-09 entitled An Ordinance Amending Chapter 490, Planning and Development Regulations to renew regulations as to sidewalk signs. This ordinance was introduced on April 9th. Can I have a motion to open the public comment on this ordinance only?
So moved.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone from the public have a comment on this ordinance only? Anyone online, Jim? Do I have a motion to close the public comment on this ordinance only? Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to approve ordinance 2026-09 on final reading and adoption?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember, Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Facie Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest,
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Councilmember Euro,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes. Next up is an introduction for ordinance 2026-10 entitled An Ordinance of the Borough of Red Bank, County of Monmouth, New Jersey, adopting a redevelopment and rehabilitation plan for the property identified on the borough's official tax map as Block 39, Lots 30 and 31. Can I have a motion to approve 2026-10 on introduction?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Facie Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest,
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Councilmember Euro,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes. Public hearing for this ordinance will be held on May 14th of this year. Another introduction of an ordinance 2026-11 entitled An Ordinance Amending Chapter 118 Police Department of the Borough's Revised General Ordinances to increase authorized number of Class 1 special law enforcement officers. Can I have a motion to approve this ordinance on introduction?
So moved.
I have a second.
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Facie Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest,
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Councilmember Euro,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes, thank you. Public hearing for this ordinance will be held on May 14th. And finally, introduction for 2026-12, amending the salary ordinance of the Borough of Red Bank. Can I have a motion to approve this ordinance on introduction?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
I'll
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Facie Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest,
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Councilmember Euro,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes.
Thank
Next up, we have a bunch of resolutions. Does anybody need to highlight any of these, or can we approve them all on the consent agenda? This is, the last one, by the way, is the resolution that Adam was just thanking us for, ceremonially renaming a portion of Monmouth Street as Basie Center Way in honor of the Count Basie Center for the Arts and its namesake, William Count Basie.
None that I see, Mayor.
All good? Okay, can I have a motion to approve Resolution 2684 through 2694 on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Facie Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest,
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Councilmember Euro,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes. And finally, we have a proposed application for Brian Rice, who's applying for active membership in the fire police. Any feedback? Anything needs to be discussed? Yes? No?
Welcome.
Yeah, I'd like to welcome
All
him
right.
to the fire police, and I know that he is also a trained scuba diver, so he'll be doing a lot of the water rescue stuff.
Very cool. See, I knew you had something else. You never disappoint. Next up, can I have a motion to open the floor for public comments?
I'll make such a motion, Mr.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
This is for anything on your mind in the public, online or in person. What? Come on, Charles, really? All right, come on up. What a surprise. Good to be back. We've missed you. There's right there, past it. Right there in the center. Yeah. See, we're moving things around. Yeah.
Okay, Charles Janjigian, resident of Red Bank, by 165 Spring Street. Let's see, first, it's good to see you all again and congratulate Kate and James, I believe, on the progress of Marine Park. It's a real structure now. You can see it happening. That's good. Eventually, the park will be developed, and now the hard part starts is the handoff. What is Red Bank's commitment to Marine Park? We have a lot of issues there. There's waste, there's liability, there's apart breaks, who pays for it? And the list can go on and on and on. Are we prepared to maintain Marine Park?
We are, Charles.
You are.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Unequivocally.
Unequivocally. Okay. And from what I understand, there's going to be an 8% property tax for pension, trash, and health. Is that correct?
The question was if those three things are contributing to that?
Yes.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. The waste management too. Is that
Yes.
again by Delisa?
Yes, that was
Okay.
that was bid publicly,
Mhm.
and they are the ones that answered that bid process.
And do you think that was because more and more people are being pushed, rather pushed, but coming to Red Bank, the number of new units of condos, of apartments being built, is that increasing our trash management?
Well, I mean, what increased is the 5-year gap that we saw from the last time that the contract was bid and what has happened just in the past 5 years as far as commodities and everything else that has increased. Of course, the insurance that even we see as an increase, those companies that have those employees are seeing as an increase and they have to pass that off. So I think that and I spoke about this at the meeting where we awarded that contract. I think that comparatively to a lot of other towns that have these solid waste contracts, we fared very well with our percentage increase over some towns that I know who that had like 104% increase in that
That's what
contract.
we like to hear. Good, thank you. Okay, and let's see, next, it's even on the agenda, water and sewer funds management. And again, more and more people are going to be coming to Red Bank to enjoy the Marine Park when that's all done. And I noticed at one point the pump station by the river, where the electric line was cut. And I think maybe for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we had 1, 2, 3 generators running the pumping station. 2 generators, excuse me. And is this why that's a temporary budget appropriate to pay for that?
No.
Those generators?
We're still currently, the entire borough's under a temporary budget until our full budget passes, which is what every municipality experiences right now. So this is
Okay.
increasing appropriation budget line so that we can start moving some projects forward.
Okay, good. And again, sticking to the subject of waste management and whatnot, I was the one who was charged a $50 fee. Anyway, that's separate. This waste system was built when, 50 years ago? What was the population versus what it is today? The pipes underground are the same size. They may be decaying. Nobody knows. How much more can our waste handle?
So any road project we do, which we handle a lot of road projects and even like the one that we have going on right now on Wallace, I'm sorry, Linden. On Linden, we always look subterranean first. So those pipes are updated, usually from 4 to 8 inch pipe. So any opportunity we have that to open the road, we take care of the subterranean first.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And that'll follow all the way to the Marine Park pump station?
We actually, in this project in Marine Park, we didn't just focus on a slide and swing sets. We did a lot of water sewer upgrades there too.
Good,
Both
good.
out on Wharf Ave, and we upgraded the force main that directly feeds that
Okay.
pump station.
All right, but not the bathroom facilities.
Yeah,
Excuse me?
There's gonna be some upgrades to those as well. Yeah, cosmetic, we're making. sure that
Cosmetics
those-
wear off. We need a structure, foundation. So I'd like to keep up with that. And at that, I think I am pretty much done, unless you want to hear my message from the retailers on Monmouth Street. We won't have that individual whom set the record for using the F word. Again, they're very upset about this whole Broad Street, the cutoff, and I don't know anything about it, so I don't want to get involved in this River Center, as it's called. They're telling me, get rid of River Center, get rid of River Center. I said, you have to do that on your own, and I can't help you. So just as long as you're aware of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and I think we're good.
All
So
right.
you got it.
Nice to see you, Charles.
Yep. Anyone else have any public questions or comments? Ready?
Mayor, Deputy Mayor, P.O. Box 074. Billy, I was here last year and 234 Shrewsbury Avenue. And I brought up all that trash on the side of the building. It's still there. When I brought it up, Gant said 10 days from when I made that statement last year that they can do something about it. I just want to know, is it the 10 days that I'm speaking now, or is it the 10 days from last year? Because I brought it up first part of this year. I went over to the senior citizen twice, spoke to Nancy and Ben about it, and the stuff still sitting out there. You getting ready to have Juneteenth march up Shrewsbury Avenue. Why is this stuff still sitting out there? Going back a couple of years before you came to be the mayor, and some of y'all came to be the councilman, I was fined $1,000 here in Red Bank. I got to talk clean for him because it was a bunch of lies. So I was fined $1,000 because I lifted the sidewalk and cut a tree branch that had the sidewalk lift up. I didn't argue. I went on and paid for it. How much that man gonna pay for that now from the time I brought it up last year to now? You can have a borough administrator, I said administrator, go from here to Bank Street, stand in the street, watch all that stuff being taken out of that house and the yard. I mean, out of the yard. He passed River Street and he passed Shrewsbury Avenue. To get to Bank Street, I didn't see him go up there and stop. What's going on with that building up there? How come we can't get something done? The people keep saying to me, Freddie, the councilman, you can't blame the councilmen. Y'all hired people to come in this town. They're getting paid good money. That should have been taken care of up there by now. And I'm tired of going over to senior citizen, Father Nancy and Ben about the same thing. It need to be taken care of. Thank you.
Anyone?
I would just say on that, obviously, I followed up with code enforcement. The property owner was cited. I don't know off the top of my head what their court date is, or even if they had one and what transpired, but I can follow up on that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Freddie.
Anyone online, Jim? Anyone else have any questions? Yes. What's that? Oh, no, you're good. Come on up.
Hi, everybody. James Davis. I'd like to say I'm a quasi-resident at this point, but it's great to see you all again. Always great to kind of listen in.
Just state your name for the record.
James Davis,
You got it. All right.
Middletown resident officially, but pretty much here every day. We're really excited here with FC Monmouth. We're kicking off our 8th season, so here in Red Bank. So we're I get emotional kind of thinking about it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know, Jared left, but I just wanted to talk about two things really quick that we have upcoming. Our next Friday, a week from tomorrow, we have our field trip day with the elementary and middle school kids, which we're really excited about. Probably have about a couple hundred of them that are gonna be at the field with our players to start our season. So we're really excited for that. We'd love to see you there if you're on a lunch break and want to stop by the park. As well as our Monmouth County Night, which is on May 9th at 7 p.m. So we're kicking off our season. Very excited. We'd love to have you there. Mayor, we had you on the field last time. It was a bunch of fun. So would love to maybe do that again and have all the council out there to enjoy a match. So thank you again for your continued support.
We love having you here.
We wouldn't be where we are without you guys. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you. Anyone else have any questions or comments? Jared's here. See, he's in the back. Snuck back in when he heard you mention him. He was halfway out to the parking lot. Can I have a motion to close the public comment?
I'll make such a motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Christina, you got any updates for us?
Yeah, just a quick one. The last meeting of the Historic Preservation Commission, they are discussing putting together the list of the historic sites in our town that are designated and the national or state registers. And they hopefully will soon be recommending to council adding those as designated sites by ordinance within the town, which seems like a very reasonable next step to preserve those important sites. So look forward to that movement. Aside from that, obviously it's a beautiful spring day today and it's beautiful getting out. One of the biggest thrills for me in these last couple weeks, and I have actually seen Mr. Janjigian there sometimes, is having the privilege to walk down on my morning walk or run to Marine Park and see all of the progress every time. And each time it's like a snapshot. It feels like an entirely new space. So really excited about the movement on that. But at the same time, I have this childlike wonder just seeing it come together. But at the same time, I'm actually on the committee. So we're learning about these things and all of the details. But I just want to echo what was said earlier about the full extent of the environmental efforts as well. I think we'll talk more about that as the project comes to completion, but the amount of work done there was really incredible. Remediation of soil, stormwater, so that this really is a park built for the future and righting some wrongs. And on top of that, it's going to be amazing for our kids and everyone else. So very excited. Thanks, everyone.
Ben the Younger.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, not to steal any of Nancy's thunder, but did attend the Green Fair last night with my family. Was really impressed by the whole event as a whole. Great community event, and really impressed by the students' experiments. It was very cool. So kudos to everyone involved with that. Keep it up. Couple, I guess, River Center adjacent updates. Graffiti Jam, which was scheduled for Saturday. It's supposed to rain on Saturday, unfortunately, so it got pushed to Sunday. Which I think might be good news because also on Sunday we have the street fair coming to town. So nice 1-2 punch for Sunday afternoon. The rain looks like it should stop early morning, so hopefully have a nice day for Sunday. A couple of business updates throughout town. We have Under the Glass Pinball opened up on Broad Street. Cool spot. It's kind of like a pinball lounge. I know Sally Boys is doing delivery services for pizza and food. And I believe there's a BYOB function if you choose to go that route. So,
Different liquor store, I think, delivers down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's underneath Liquor World, which is a great new liquor store on Broad Street. So good synergy between our businesses, and another example of a business where, it's not just going to town to go to a restaurant. It gets people to hang around and stay longer, and patronize different businesses that they might not normally, stop by. Also have opening on Saturday, a new ice cream place specializing in sundaes on 21 East Front Street. It's the tall gray building. It's been the storefront's been vacant for a little while, so happy to see that get filled. They're gonna be delivering till 12 a.m., so nice little niche there. Yeah, it's right by Marine Park, right by where Broadwalk will be, so I think they'll get a lot of activity. And I saw on Instagram, the first 75 customers get free ice cream and merch, so get their wallets hot. Another business I know everyone's excited about is Crazy Story Books on Monmouth Street. Their opening got delayed till May 30th, as they put the finishing touches on that, but I think that's gonna be a really awesome space. Super excited for that. And then last but not least, Red Bank Classic, signups are active still, June 20th, always a cool event. It's my yearly physical, pushing Sebastian in the stroller, running the 5K, so we'll see. As it gets bigger, see how long that lasts, but yeah, come out and see me sweat, but yeah, good stuff going on. Beautiful day today.
Thank you, Ben. Nancy?
Yes, I'm going to do this in chronological order. I had the privilege of seeing Jim present at the New Jersey Transaction Conference, where he talked about how Red Bank is in the process of evolving our electric vehicle infrastructure with upgrades to some of our charging stations, which is awesome. And we also learned of a lot of innovative ways that we can convert our municipal vehicles to electric, and with gas prices rising, it kind of makes sense. So that was great. Also, this past week, I attended the Complete Streets Summit, which is run by the Voorhees Transportation Center. So that's where all the planning and engineering professionals all come together and talk about how to make our streets safer. What can we do to reduce deaths? So I learned quite a few things. Also, I just wanted to share, unbeknownst to me, that Red Bank received a certificate of recognition from the Complete Streets Summit for the work that we did for updating the Completing Green Streets policy and making it an ordinance, having a Completing Green Streets Committee. Every street that is worked on in this town must comply with the Completing Green Streets policy. And I have a way of nagging Jim to make sure that happens. Moving on to the events of yesterday, the Red Bank had its annual Green Fair in partnership with the Red Bank Middle School, and the kids had the amazing dioramas, and they had a really great time. I want to thank the borough for having See My Legacy, and for Fatima for putting up with me. Like, I didn't get that logo in. Can you fix it for me? So she was very helpful, and we did a lot of work promoting it. The Green Team, the EC, did a fantastic job. We had the privilege of giving away over 50 native plants. Shade Tree provided a lot of information. Animal welfare was there. Mayor's Wellness Campaign. Dr. Janone was there doing smokalizer testing to make sure that, the carbon dioxide? Monoxide levels in our bloodstream was in the green area. So I want to thank you for that, and a lot of completing green energy, how to make your home energy efficient, and all the other good stuff was there. My favorite was the game truck that was brought in from Monmouth County, which had virtual games, and the kids loved it. So, and that was something that was just launched that I found out on Instagram and immediately chased down and said, you have to come to Red Bank, because, Red Bank likes to be first. So made sure that happened. Okay, that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
You, Ben the Elder?
There's a new one. I don't remember that one there. That's good.
Well, I went with Ben the Younger this time, so.
Sometimes I really like serving the borough as a councilman, and it was an honor to attend the service of Jackie Porter Boyd. I think I remember the superintendent there. Both of my kids went to the primary school, Speak Her. And so it was a big turnout from Red Bank there. And it's one of these folks that works, I think, maybe the lunch aide, also on the bus. And she did whatever job needed to be done at the primary school to make a couple of new parents that were bumbling around feel comfortable and feel safe. And our kids loved her. And it was amazing to meet her family, because I just saw her. And a lot of them were actually Red Bank residents. In fact, we went to Freddie's Club for the repast afterward. So I just wanted to mention her. She was 62, I believe, and unexpectedly passed away. Big turnout from the schools. So it was nice seeing all the teachers and staff there, as well as the superintendent. And they were kind enough to ask me to say a few words on behalf of the borough, so that was nice. I have a few things. There's nothing really other than that to report to the schools yet. All the schools are meeting this coming week, so I'll be there. The charter school delayed their meeting. It was supposed to be last week. I do have a few announcements from our Parks and Rec, which I'm liaison to. New date for our chair yoga at the senior center, which is May 12th, 14th, 19th, and 21st. It's $15 a session. Free sports camp from June 22 to 26th at Count Basie Fields, 9 a.m., hosted by Just Sports Training and FC Monmouth, who I think is here in the house, right? And Parks and Rec. 3 garden tours, Sundays, June 7th at 1 p.m. Rain date is June 14th. And yours truly, our house is a participant, not really me. My wife does the garden tour at our house. I will do whatever she tells me to do. 4, stay tuned, Tai Chi, and I don't know if I can say the word Quajang, how do you say the other? Kujang, thank you. Classes for adults at the Senior Center in June. More details will be coming soon. And I believe that is it for me, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Ben. Laura?
Okay, I'll start with Mayor's Wellness. I apparently didn't look at the minutes real closely, the draft. I'm sorry, Mary, and I had the wrong date in the minutes for our 6 steps for healthy women to age well. It's actually May 13th, 11:15 to 12:15, in the senior center. Patty White, a lot of people know her from town. She's going to be our speaker. She's going to talk about engaging lecture on healthy aging and simple habits that support long-term wellness, learn practical strategies for nutrition, movement, sleep, social connection, and heart health. For those of you who know Patty or don't, I know her in many different roles, but she is a nurse midwife, certified nurse midwife for over 50 years. She retired from Monmouth Medical. She's worked in many areas of healthcare, but is most dedicated to women's health. Her midwifery practice is with low-income women, a very diverse background. She speaks English and Spanish, which is really great. She currently volunteers at the Parker Family Health Center and the Monmouth County Medical Reserve Corps. So Fatima made beautiful flyers that we just got out, I think yesterday, because we had them last night at the Green Fair. So that was really good in English and Spanish. So that will be at the Senior Center on the 13th. It was my mistake to put the 9th on the other last minutes. Other things with Mayor Wellness, Nancy brought up, yes, we use the carbon monoxide machine. You know, I was actually fascinated. That was something I did for my dissertation. I ran the smoking cessation program for tobacco in 4 high schools. Nancy brought it up and I dug through my Monmouth University stuff and found my carbon monoxide. Then we had to order all these new tubes, which we found. But the middle school kids were really fascinated with that. They were talking to each other and go up, have it tested. Happy to say none of them have carbon monoxide in their lungs. Only one person did, and I won't mention any names. So it wasn't a student in the middle school. But it was fun. It was fun to work with the students. Yeah, you never know. And I encourage them, like, if you do smoke, this will happen to you. And we talked about vaping. And I even had some of my bracelets that I had when I ran the program at Monmouth University. So it was good. I got to clean some of my Monmouth University stuff out. That was also good. It was a great Green Fair. Congratulations on that. It really went very well. Animal Welfare also had a table besides Mary's Wellness, and Patty White again, so her name comes up again. She had her compost with her worms in it. I think the kids really enjoyed that. I saw her today. I went for my senior citizen painting class, my watercolor class, and I missed last week because we were away, but she was there and she thought the turnout was wonderful too. And a lot of kids were engaged with the compost and the worms, and we had the patchwork quilt flowers there. It really was very nice. They were giving away flowers. People were walking away with beautiful flowers. It's really nice. The animal welfare. So that was corrected in our last minutes. That is moved to, that was a change of date, to May 9th at the First Aid Station, the First Aid Firehouse on Spring Street. I think I had one more thing that I had the wrong date on. Oh, I know. dog walk on Broadwalk, I got it right this time, is actually on May 16th, the day after Broadwalk opens, which in the minutes it said the 15th. So that was my bad. I should have got to Mary before tonight. The library, they have their activities, always tons of activities. We haven't had our meeting this month. They did have National Library Week last week though, too. And I saw they had some things on social media about that. And you have the nice display in the front hall about poetry too. So really, it was very nice. And I think that is it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Kate?
Thank you, Mayor. I had the honor of attending Planned Parenthood's statewide annual fundraiser for their treatment and care and facilities today. I actually saw Janie and George Shields there, who attended the Green Fair yesterday, and they wanted me to relay back how wonderful an event it was. It was just a wonderful reminder of the incredible rights that we have and reproductive freedoms that we have living in the state of New Jersey. And I just wanted to remind everybody how fortunate we are to live somewhere where we can walk to a facility with those services, and the fact that in New Jersey, this year alone, we have given reproductive freedom to people from over 42 states in America have come to the state of New Jersey for reproductive health care. So it was a very moving event, and we have so much to be grateful for and so many freedoms that we could take for granted living in this state of true freedom and opportunity. As Councilman Euro stated earlier, the Visual Arts Committee's Graffiti Jam has been moved to Sunday due to weather, same day as the street fair. I had the opportunity to visit the Monmouth County Vocational Schools location in Neptune City for their adult cosmetology open house because one of the young students in town that I met and started mentoring wants to attend there. So I went there and wound up there, and I met the faculty and staff, and I was just reminded of some of the great programming that we have through Monmouth County Vocational. One of which is an ESL program where it's completely free. And the first portion is a mandatory ESL program. But then once you take that, you can take a free nail tech ESL nail tech course that is coupled with. And then they have the same thing for a nursing course that's completely free ESL. So we're going to talk to our community engagement coordinator about making sure that that information is getting out to the public as much as possible in Red Bank. But yeah, anybody that's interested in the adult cosmetology program, which there is financial aid available for, I met people who were in all different seasons of life that were going for that. You can qualify for FAFSA at 50, at 60, at 40, regardless of your age, and you can go to cosmetology. The full cost of that program is $10,000, and then you get your full certification to be, behind a chair, and going and cutting hair and being, working in a full salon. So wonderful resources and opportunities, and it was a great experience. And I really just liked the women that were working the program. They were so approachable and lovely, and it's just nice when you meet really nice people. So it was a cool place. That's all.
Fun fact for you, my mom was the county career coordinator for the Monmouth County Vocational Program when I was a kid.
Your mom always sounds
you
like the
go.
best person ever.
Ben remembers that. All right, just a few things. One, I know we have a couple students here from Communications High School taking journalism class. You guys should scan before you leave. Up here it says 2025. It's the Borough Manager's Report, and give you a lot of info on just what it's like, what goes into operating a municipality. So might be some background info for you. I have an update on East Side Park. I was under the impression that the contamination in East Side Park was because there used to be a dry cleaner where those condos are, but I was corrected. I found out that there used to be a creek running down Marion, And East Side Park was a little bit almost like wetland. So years ago, they just brought in a bunch of fill to fill that up, and the fill had a lot of lead in it. So that's what the issue is. Anyway, they're making a lot of progress. I walk past a couple times every day, walking the dogs. And what do you think? Another few weeks, another month? Yeah, we should be ready for the spring season. I just was struck the last few days how amazing this town was. Just I feel like I wasn't even going out that much, but just in the last week, I was at Under the Glass for the grand opening. I know Deputy Mayor was there also. Yesterday, there was Jazz Arts was doing something at Triumph, and we were over there. Lake House Music Academy in Red Bank had a big showcase upstairs at the street pub that was crowded. I went to Remember Jones at the Basie. They did the whole Stevie Wonder Songs in the Key of Life album. And this was just in a few days. So I hope everyone's taking advantage of this amazing
I've been eating really good.
town that we live
Yeah.
in. Good. Oh, I didn't even go through the food
No.
I've been eating. I left that one out in the interest of time. Anyway, that's all I got. Jim.
Thanks, sir. Yep, I'm on here. Just a couple of quick things. Yes, Nancy, thanks for bringing that up about the transaction conference. It was good to present with my colleague from Westfield, Borough Administrator Jim Gilday from Westfield. We actually ended up collaborating afterwards too, because they're doing some things that was very interesting to me. I'm actually going to be linking our police chiefs together, both Westfield Police Chief and Chief Frazee, to kind of talk about their vehicle lease program that they discussed through Enterprise, which I think it's a good opportunity to potentially rotate in some hybrid vehicles for road jobs so that our vehicles aren't constantly idling and putting all that extra wear and tear on our engines and, you know, all the maintenance that goes into that. And then also, of course, the environmental impact that has. So I think it's a great trade-off there. Tomorrow, the borough is celebrating Take Your Child to Work Day. I know a lot of places had it today, but tomorrow we have a jam-packed schedule. I just kind of want to go over real quick because I think it's really cool what we have in place. At 9 o'clock, we're going to welcome probably around 20 kids from employees that are bringing their children here. My 2 children are coming tomorrow as well. I know Otto's going to be with us too.
So 26-year-old Max said he wants to come.
26-year, we'll take it.
If he can get off work.
Yeah. So I'll be sure to greet everybody in the morning. We're going to start with breakfast, and we're actually going to do some rock painting to add to our frontage out front there with the kids. We have a department rotation that we're going through, where each group goes through the departments, and the theme, of course, is building a marine park playground. And we're showing them that civic engagement and what it really takes from department to department, and learning how each department contributes to a massive development project like a community development project like that. And then, you know, they're going to talk to Chief Frazee about what it takes to protecting and keeping the park safe. We're going to talk to our community engagement coordinator about promoting Marine Park and what goes into that. And these kids are going to go through like the planning process with planning and construction and then ultimately ending with like my department for approval. And I hope to then show them what Marine Park is looking like today with aerial shots and like how it actually comes to fruition from what it was to what it is now. Because ultimately, next year, when these kids come back, I want them to go to Marine Park and play for a little bit too. So I think it'll be a really cool process. But after that, we're actually going to be going outside. And is Boris still here? Did he have to head out? Boris is actually going to be helping us out from Shade Tree. We're going to be planting a tree on Mama Street in one of the empty tree pits. So DPU has set that up for us. Boris is going to explain to us the importance of shade trees and what they do to a street and how, you know, beneficial it is to reducing the heat that comes off of the streets. So I'm excited to have the kids partake in that. And of course, we're going to have the fire department here, the police department and public works showing off their vehicles and what they do, and ending with the ice cream truck. Oh yeah, there's pizza and Cluck You again. Pizza and Cluck You at lunch. Yep. So it's going to be a great event. It's from 9 a.m. to 1:30. So So feel free to stop in, but great event put on by our wellness committee. They do a tremendous job.
About it, like, all year. He's like, when is it again? When is it
I
again?
love that. I love when a kid's looking forward to coming to work. Just wait. But another exciting thing that we've done this past week in conjunction with the borough as a whole, FC Monmouth and LD11, our legislative district through Senator Gopal's office, has submitted a grant through the state to host a FIFA watch party. So we are hopeful that the submission to the state is going to be successful because I think it'll be a really nice community project here for the borough. So it's a strong application, and I think it'll be well received by the community if we're successful. And lastly is the work that we've been doing through the Shade Tree Committee and also with our Public Works Department. There are a number of different empty tree pits around town, particularly even on Broad Street and Monmouth Street. So we are working right now through this week to try and get a company in here, landscaping company, to work with us to start filling those tree pits with species of trees that were approved and suggested to us from Shade Tree. Mr. Ben.
Question for you, Mr. Manager. So the Marine project, how is that going? It looks like, I mean, I go down there all the time now to check. It looks like they're working really hard down there. So how are we doing in terms of scheduling and when is it going to open? I get these questions all the time.
So I'm always leery of throwing a date out there, but I think we are on track for a mid-June opening and celebration down there. There's a tremendous amount of work that's been completed. We still have some elements at the top of the hill to enter into the park that still have to be done, and obviously the surfacing that has to be done, some adjustments to some of the other elements there. I actually met out there the other day with our Public Works Department because we're going to be retrofitting the bathroom facility down there to make it ADA accessible and not as two family bathrooms that can be locked that show that it's vacant or occupied. So we have a number of different elements to do, but they really do work hard, and this company has been tremendous with their communication. And I think we're right on track for mid-June. Yes, thank you. Knock on wood.
And I want you to know that they're going to be in need of wellness program because I resent that this wasn't done 20 years ago when my kids could have taken advantage of it.
Yeah,
For your grandkids, Ben, it'll be.
Yeah.
that's right.
Jim, I have a question. Will you be one of the first people going down that slide?
100%.
Okay.
Full suit.
And will the trees be planted at that time, the replacement trees? Asking for shade tree, because I know that question.
Yeah, the landscaping will be in.
The way.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
all 55 trees will be planted.
All who?
55 trees.
55.
That's
Perfect.
right.
Thank you.
Mayor, I had one more thing I forgot to bring up, because you were bringing all these fun things up in town, and you did not bring up Cringe Fest, which was Friday night. I know Brian was there, and Fatima was so funny. She's going to have a third job now as a stand-up comedian. She was so great. She didn't win. I think she should have won. I thought she was really good, but there were a lot of funny people there. But we were talking about last night, Brian and I, at the because Fatima was at the table with me. She's going to start doing open mic. She's really, really good. Like, you should get her to tell you a story. But it was a fun night. We were all laughing a lot. I was laughing so much tears were rolling out of my eyes. They were all funny when it was out doing the rest. And it was a really fun night. So I'm glad I went. It was in the Vogel on Friday night.
All right. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Make such a motion, Mr. Mayor.
Can I have a second?
Ken?
All in favor?
Aye.
See you, Dr. Roman.
We'll see you in 2 weeks, guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
3 weeks. 3 weeks. Sorry, 3 weeks.
Do we have a executive session or anything? Hey, go home. See you guys. That was fun. I like you.
Yeah, May is definitely, looks like she's doing bad. Thank you for the recognition. Very good report.